Hey, I'm Matthew Rollins, and welcome to the channel. So today, something on my mind around business and to business owners. And so, if you're a business owner, I have a question for you, a couple questions, and this is just going to be for a group of you. And so, if this isn't you, you know someone like this. So, is this you where you think of yourself, let's say, more of it as an alpha male, as kind of hard charging, aggressive, dominant, like just go, crush, get it done, take charge, kicking butt, taking names as a business owner. So if that's you, it's served you immensely well, right? It's given you the drive, the power, the strength to crush obstacles, to handle anything in your way. And this can go for women too, right? They're like, you may be a woman that you're aggressive, you go for it, you charge, you just you don't stop, no excuses, take no prisoners. Failure is not an option. But my question for you would, hey, do you ever get comments like these from your employees, like, man, you're so intense, or hey, it's hard to give you feedback, like, you just don't listen, or do you find yourself that you go through employees, like you can't keep employees for long, like for some reason they just keep leaving, or with clients, do you ever have interactions with clients where you have a hard time keeping good clients for a long time, or you have these blowouts where you have these frustrating interactions with clients, and they leave, and you get angry with your clients, and you fire them or they fire you. Good news and bad news. This kind of profile, it may be that you're a jerk. That sounds harsh, but the good news is you can be a jerk in recovery. Let me explain. So I'm like, that sounds intense. That sounds harsh. But sometimes if one of my good friends, Neil, his wife says, your strength is your weakness is your strength overplayed. And so to build a business, to build a successful business, right, you have to have a thick skin. You have to take all this failure and rejection and all this hate from people, and not always hate, and you have to take all of your friends and peers being like, man, why do you keep trying to do that thing? It just keeps failing. Why don't you just get a real job? Right. And so to build a successful business or company, you have to have all of this strength and this capacity to take failure, but sometimes that strength becomes overplayed and becomes your weakness. And so that pioneering spirit, that ability to just go, crush, just hammer through obstacles and be strong and dominant and aggressive, all of a sudden that can come off and be like, hey, you can kind of become a jerk. You can become someone that, like, people don't want to work with you because you don't listen. Your clients don't want to work with you because you're not listening to them. They don't feel like you care about them. They feel like it's more about you, because for so much of the business, it's been about you. It's been about your vision, your dream, what you've sought out to accomplish, and you couldn't listen to the critics. So now there's a turning. And so if this isn't you, you probably know a boss like this. But if this is you, there's hope for you, my friends. There's hope for you, because it's reorienting and retraining your mind and your heart. And it may be like, we're going to talk about emotions in our heart, but yeah, it's a retraining of saying, okay, I still have this dream and this vision to build this business and scale it and grow it and solve big problems. But there's this turning point. Like, okay, I'm gonna slow down a little bit. And there's this African proverb when I was in the airport in South Africa, in this huge wall, and it has these kind of African painting of these people traveling together. And it says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And it's it. I'm like, now is that the right phrase? If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. That is it. And so, right, so you as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, you have had to go fast at certain times. You just, I don't have time. But there's this pivot where you've got to stop, you got to slow down, you got to say, if I'm going to build a company to last, if I'm going to build something that's going to be a legacy, that's going to create generational wealth in my family, and that's going to really have a profound impact on the world, I need a team. And if I'm going to have a team, I've got to be a good leader. And if I'm going to be a good leader, I need to slow down. I need to listen. And I can no longer just be so dominant and overpowering that people don't want to work with me and clients don't want to hang with me, don't want to stick with me for the long haul. So there's a reorienting process. And to some degree, the basics is love. It sounds funny. Like, isn't there a more state-of-the-art word for it? No, at the end of the day, it's love. It's empathy, compassion, kindness, caring. It's like, man, love your team, love your clients so much, listen to them, like care about them, let them feel that, let your clients feel that they're the most important people in the world to you. Like, listen to their feedback. They're going to tell you things they don't like, and maybe it feels like they're picking a fight with you, but even like your worst critic of a client is actually just trying to give you feedback about how their product or service could be better. So like, listen to your clients. Begin by asking questions like, what are they saying to me? Like, what are they really saying? And how can I serve them? How can I make their lives better? With your employees or your team, begin to ask the question like, well, let me slow down here. What are they saying? How can I actually begin to build feedback into my life? And if they're telling me, man, you're really intense, you're really aggressive, it's like you're really micromanaging, it's hard to actually work around you. You're actually a difficult person. You're a jerk. It's like, okay, well, that's kind of mean, but like, how can I actually begin to love them and care for them? Because I promise you, if your team knows how and feels how much you care for them and how much you care about them, and if your clients can feel your love for them, you will have raving fans and clients, and you will have a team that will go to the ends of the earth for you. So that's my thought for the day. Some of you out there may be recovering jerks, and if you are, there's hope for you. You can turn it around. All right, till next time.